Hi friends, what's up? It's Jaime here. Okay, so for today's Fangirl Fridays video, and also you're gonna have to excuse me because I have the window open like as far as it can open because it's very warm in here and I had to turn the fan down so that you guys could hear me. So if you hear any of the noises from outside, please just bear with me. But anyway, for today's Fangirl Fridays video, I'm gonna be talking about a couple animes that I've really been getting into lately, and also a game that isn't out yet, but when it does release, I'm gonna be all over it. Like, I'm super excited. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So first, we're gonna be talking about Spy X Family, which I'm so excited to talk about. So if you guys remember the animes I've been loving video that I did a couple weeks ago, literally like it must have been like the day after I filmed that video, me and my boyfriend started watching Spy X Family, and the moment like we finished the first episode, I was like, damn, I should have put Spy X Family in the animes I've been loving video because it's so good. I was like, it's so fucking good. And I fell in love with it immediately. My roommate just walked in, so that's why the camera angle is different. But if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what Spy X Family is, allow me to enlighten you. So Spy X Family is a action comedy anime that recently started airing this past April, which has captured the hearts of many, including myself and my boyfriend. So basically, in Spy X Family, you have this spy whose codename is Twilight, and he's given this mission where essentially he has to like get close to and gather intel on this politician to prevent a war from breaking out between like the two like major countries of the world. And so, in order to complete said mission, Twilight basically has to build a family because his target, this politician guy, has a son who he's sending to this like really like super prestigious like school, and infiltrating that school is the only way that Twilight is going to be able to get like anywhere near this guy. I'm just gonna pretend that my phone didn't just fall off my tripod just now, and so that I didn't have to just readjust the angle again. But anyway, so unbeknownst to Twilight, who assumes the alias Lloyd Forger for this mission, the woman and the child that agree to like form this fake family with him are actually an assassin and a telepath respectively, and they each have their own reasons and their own agendas for basically like forming this fake family that they all keep secret from each other. And I gotta tell you guys, the whole main cast of Lloyd, Yor, his wife, and Anya, their daughter, is just absolutely impeccable. I literally love all three of them. They're all just such great characters. I especially like Anya is my favorite. She's the cutest little baby, and I absolutely love her, and I would die for her. I feel like Spy X Family takes like the whole like fake dating trope to like the most extreme in the most like hilarious way, and it like really pays off. This anime is super fucking funny just because of like the whole premise of the fact that like Lloyd is like given basically like a week to like build this family, but it's also really sweet and wholesome, like because again, you know, you have Lloyd, aka Twilight, who is trying to stay like laser focused on this mission. He's like, I got a job I gotta do, but he's like slowly starting to see, like you see him like slowly starting to get like attached to his family, and it's just it makes me so soft. It's so sweet to see like this, like again, this little like fake family like slowly like morph into like a real family, and it's so wholesome. Like, I love them so much. They're all so precious. I know Spy X Family is like really popular right now, but I promise it's for good reason. Like, it's such a good anime. I really love it a lot. Like, this is definitely an anime I'd recommend to somebody who doesn't even like really like or watch anime because I think it's like that good. And yeah, and so if you have not checked out Spy X Family, I highly recommend it. I do not think you'll regret it. And if you do, sorry, but I don't think you will. Okay, so next we're going to be talking about Aharen is Indecipherable. And so, funny story, before the anime adaptation of Aharen came out, also please excuse me butchering poor girl's name. I'm trying my best. But before the anime adaptation came out, my boyfriend, who had been following the manga for a while, he sent me a screenshot of a panel from the manga, and it's where so they stack like I think it's two desks like on top of each other, because the whole thing is like Aharen is like really short, and my boyfriend thought it was cute because like Aharen's short and I'm short, and he was like, see, look, here's another here's a little short anime girl. So he thought that was funny, but that was my introduction actually to Aharen is Indecipherable. So if you don't know, Aharen is Indecipherable is a romantic comedy slice of life anime that also started airing this past April. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, this past April has just been like such a good month for anime. It's like we got Spy X Family, we got Love is War, Aharen is Indecipherable. Like, honestly, this like anime season has just been very exciting. The only thing that would make it better is if we could get some news about Haikyuu season 5, but you know what, we don't need to go there right now. So even though Aharen is Indecipherable is pretty slice of life, I'm gonna try to like explain like the basic premise of the show. So basically, you know, we've got our main character, well, one of our main characters, Raido, who is very unexpressive, but I promise I really like Raido a lot. I think he's a very fun character. I think the fact that he doesn't really show many emotions on his face honestly makes him funnier. But so we have Raido, and it's his first year of high school, and he's struggling to make friends until one day he happens to start trying to talk to Aharen, who's the girl who sits next to him in class. So at first, when Raido's like trying to talk to and get to know Aharen, he thinks that she's ignoring him, when in reality she actually just like speaks very quietly. She also has a really tiny mouth, which is super cute. But she's also just like really like socially awkward and timid, so like interacting with people does not come very easily for her. But after some trial and error, Raido and Aharen are able to become friends, and basically the rest of the anime so far has just been them kind of dealing with the wacky shenanigans that come with their height difference, Raido's tendency to really overthink everything, and also Aharen's just general awkwardness. I just had to close the window because a bee flew in. So if you're wondering how my day is going, I've been having so much trouble like filming this video. I keep getting interrupted, my phone falling off the tripod, the fucking bee planes flying. Like, I'm so glad this is the last video I'm filming like on campus for like the next like 3 months, because I cannot take this anymore. It's too much, too stressful. Anyway, back to Aharen. Me and my boyfriend have only watched up to the 3rd episode so far because I haven't been home recently, but we've really been loving it because we too are a short girl, tall boy couple. I also think it's quite funny and kind of sweet that my boyfriend has been the one to get me into all these like rom-com animes. Like, he got me into Kaguya-sama, Love is War, he got me into Spy X Family, Aharen is Indecipherable. He tried to get me into, whatchamacallit, my teen romance comedy, but I really didn't like that one as much. I thought that the main character, I thought he was just absolutely insufferable. But like, other than that, pretty much all the other animes my boyfriend's like gotten me into recently have all been successful. Also, apparently my boyfriend heard something about how like either the manga or the light novels for my teen romance comedy like took a turn for the worse. So he like also became like totally disinterested in the series. So we just kind of like stopped watching at some point in like season 2, I think. I don't know how many seasons of the anime there are. I honestly don't really even remember what happened, where we stopped. Again, I kind of just blocked out that whole anime because I just wasn't really a big fan. But anyway, my point is that my boyfriend is a romantic sap and I love him for it. Also, if you're thinking to yourself, hey Jamie, that kind of sounds like you guys are watching a lot of animes at the moment. And you would be absolutely right. We are, and I have not even listed, like, I think I only listed like half of the animes we're currently watching. Um, we're just, we are just utterly consumed by anime. And honestly, who could ask for more? Also, I'd like to add that me and my boyfriend are also watching Komi Can't Communicate. And I'd like to mention that I personally feel like Komi kind of reminds me of Aharen, particularly because they both have like difficulty like communicating with people. If you like Komi Can't Communicate, I honestly think you'd probably also like Aharen is Indecipherable. But either way, I think that Aharen is a super adorable anime. Her and Raido's dynamic is super cute and funny. I really honestly love the both of them. I also really love that, again, like their facial expressions are like so like muted and like not expressive, but I think it just honestly adds to like everything and makes it funnier. But yeah, so I highly recommend that you go check it out. Last but certainly not least, we have PuffPals Island Skies, which although it is not out yet, I am super stoked for it. If you haven't heard of Island Skies, that's honestly not surprising because, like I literally just said, the game's not out yet. But from what I know from the trailer, I like already know that when this game comes out, I'm gonna love it. Like I already know. So basically, the best way that I can describe Puff Pals Island Skies is that it's kind of like a cross between like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and Story of Seasons, which are all games that I personally like really love and enjoy. You can farm, you can forage, you can decorate your house, you get to make friends with talking animals. It also looked like from the trailer that there are pretty like a decent amount of customization options for like your character, which is always exciting. Also, I've got to say that the whole like art style for the game is so cute. Like it was the first thing that like grabbed my attention about it because originally I had gotten like the trailer for it like as an ad when I was like browsing through YouTube, and obviously like originally I was gonna skip the ad, but then I like again the art style like really jumped out at me because of how cute it is, and I was like instantly hooked. I think I've watched the trailer for the game like at least like anywhere from like 5 to 7 times just because like I'm like super excited for when it comes out. Again, the game is not out yet and it probably will not be out for a while. I think that the alpha version of the game is set to come out sometime next year. And then like the team will be releasing like updates for the game until like the full version is complete, because like obviously this is like a small team working on this game. It's not like a video game giant like Nintendo doing this, so it's totally understandable that it's like, you know, it's gonna take them a while because of just like the resources that they have available to them. According to their website, they said that the game's gonna be first available for PC and then for mobile, like those are two definites. And then maybe a Switch version if the game gets enough support, which I hope it does because that would be really exciting for me as somebody who primarily plays games like on my Switch, so fingers crossed that that happens. Once the alpha version of the game is out and there's like more content for it, I will report back about like all the things that I like about it and all that good stuff. But again, because this is a small team working on this game, I highly recommend if this sounds like something that you might be interested in, to like checking out the game for yourself and just like supporting the team if you can. Okay guys, so that's gonna be all for today's Fangirl Fridays video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for bearing with me through all of my many technical difficulties that I've come across when trying to film this fucking video. But yeah, so anyway, let me know down below in the comments if you decide to check out Spy X Family or Aharen is Indecipherable, or if you've already been watching those animes. Again, no spoilers for like the most recent episodes because me and my boyfriend haven't watched them because I haven't been home. And just like, what do you think about those animes? And yeah, and also let me know if you guys decide to like check out, I'll put down below in the description like the link to the website and the trailer for PuffPals Island Skies. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.